Hello guys, I'm ready to talk to you guys about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Whew, I can't believe it's finally gonna come out. When we saw the trailer last month, I was like, the dream is coming back. We saw it in 2015, I think, at the E3 of Dreams, where we saw Last Guardian and Shenmue, where everybody got all their long time dead projects coming back to life. And then we saw it again at the Game Awards, I think, and we didn't know it at the time, but it was being worked on by CyberConnect 2, which is a kind of small development team, and they made like those JoJo's Bizarre Adventure like fighting games, like some other stuff too. But it's like, huh? Why would you give like your biggest franchise ever to these little guys? Anyway, apparently at some point Square was like went to check on them and found out, oh, this isn't up to our standards, so we're bringing it in house. I That was weird. I mean, Square, they always do weird stuff. Who knows? So, finally, it seems like it's a real thing, and I want to talk about my expectations for what I hope it can be, and just to preface this, these are my opinions. These are what I want. If you want something else, that is totally fine. Actually, I would love to hear what you want. Tell me in the comments. And so I'll just start off by talking about the battle system. Um, I really like turn-based games and I like strategy games, but Final Fantasy VII, I've only played through it twice, although it means a lot to me. It's a long game, and I'm someone who I feel like I latch on to a game the first time through. I don't usually play through even my favorite games more than once. So the fact that I've played it twice all the way through is kind of a big thing. And I've played it little bits and pieces more than that. But yeah, the battle system. I just wanted to say that they changed it to an action system now, and I'm fine with that. Although Final Fantasy 15, it wasn't my favorite thing ever. It was still fun, and Final Fantasy 7, out of some of the other Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy Tactics, for example, it is not anywhere near like as complicated or strategic as that game. If I would love to see a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster or remake that you could play on the PS4 or next gen systems. The Vita, what was it? Was it Vita? No, it was just PSP. War of the Lions. Yeah, that was a great game. I wish they could just port that for some more people could experience it. But anyway, my point about the battle system is it was basically you're just mashing attack most of the time and sometimes getting magic, sometimes doing summons. But in my memory, most of the times when I was doing magic, it was just like to see something different. Uh, you know, a lot of times you could just get by attacking and then healing at the right time. So I feel like they can pretty much get that same feeling with that action system. And one of the most fun parts was the materia system, where you could say like fire and then match it with all, and then now it's like hitting all of the targets. I love that kind of stuff. If they could like expand the materia system to work with the action system, I think that would be enough to keep it like strategic and interesting. And it could easily like surpass what the original materia system let you do. Like, it would be really cool if you were combining stuff that you weren't really sure what was gonna happen at first, like combine fire and ice, and then like what does that do? And then I'm not gonna just try to make up something right now, but fire and ice come together to create explosion. Maybe the two forces touching each other do something else. Okay, I just did try to make something up. Okay, I realized that. Okay. Anyway, the point is I'm not worried about it being an action game instead of a RPG, because it's still gonna be an RPG at heart, I think. Um, Next thing I want to talk about is the story points. For me, as a junior high school student, in 1997. The game meant so much to me. It was like the first epic adventure I ever went on in a game, and my generation, we're famous for not reading enough books, and yeah, that was like a big story for me. Like, yeah, it was translated pretty badly by a couple guys in a couple weeks, and but I still got so much out of it, even though it wasn't written like the grammar and spelling wasn't perfect. The story meant a lot to me. I don't want to go into spoilers, but let's see about the themes. They had themes of, you're destined to do this, but is that what you want to choose to do? Like, I think that for a teenager, that's like really important, like because you got your parents telling you what to do, and then you're trying to like fulfill other people's dreams, but then as a teenager, you're kind of rebellious and you want to say no. Like, maybe you have some good things, or maybe you've planned out stuff you want me to do, but I'm my own person. I'm going to try to do what I think is right, or, I'm not going to let the past that wasn't, well, anyway, just the past in general stop me from doing what I think I should do. That's the most spoilery way I can think of describing it. There's also lots of like wacky humor and stuff like that I might go into that in another video. I'm thinking about doing more videos about controversy with this game, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. Next thing is character design. This could also be in the controversy section, but I just think so far I'm really happy to see that Cloud has maintained his original design, which we can see on this little goofy toy over here. I mean, in the new video, he doesn't have his stupid Advent Children clothes, which I don't really like anything about Advent Children. Oh, and I'll just say I didn't ever really play any of the weird spin-off games. So yeah, anyway, he's got his standard outfit in the game, it looks like, and I'm really happy to see that. And all the other characters like Biggs and Wedge and Jesse, they all look pretty much like they did, except they're not blocky Popeye huge forearms people. So a lot of people are wondering how Tifa's gonna look. I'm guessing like body wise she's gonna look the same as Advent Children, which she's kind of a slight figure, very anime and Japanese inspired design. I don't think they're gonna make her look like a Westerner like a lot of people want her to look like, I guess. I don't think she's gonna look appropriately muscly for a fighter. But I hope, I'm sure her outfit is gonna be almost the same as what it was, and that's fine with me. We can talk about that more in controversy video. But yeah, I'm happy with how they did it. I'm so happy that Barrett doesn't look like his Advent Children. His Advent Children design is so bad to me. Like, it's nothing like what Barrett is. Barrett is like a rebel, like military guy with a gun arm, and then they tried to make him look like a pop star in the Advent Children, and that doesn't fit his personality at all to me. So yeah, that's good. Graphics, presentation. Some people wish that they gave it a more cartoony style because the original game is so like anime inspired and the new game is so realistic. I mean, it is like high fidelity, but it's not really realistic, right? It's still anime looking stuff. I'm fine with it. There's some really cool like 3D models inspired by the original concept art that you can find online. That stuff's great. I would have also liked that if they had gone that direction, but I'm not gonna criticize that so much. Like, Square's always had like an interest in like pushing boundaries of like fidelity and stuff, so that's fine. And the last thing I was gonna talk about is the how many parts is this game gonna be? Like they used the word episodic originally, and everybody got all confused about it. Like it's gonna be like a Telltale game or like Life is Strange. Like they've come out and said no, it's not gonna be like that. They're saying like it's gonna be 2 or 3 games basically of like full game length, so 30 hours, guessing, like a full length RPG, 30 hours, 40 hours. I don't think it's gonna be that long, to be honest. Like 30, I'm guessing 30, just because they're dividing into parts. Personally, yeah, I wouldn't mind if it's a very dense game with lots of stuff to do in a small area like Midgar. For 30 hours, that's fine. Then we get another game a couple years, 2 years hopefully later, we get another game with about 30 hours, and then a third final game with 30 hours. That's what I'm hoping. A lot of people think it's going to be split into only 2. I don't know if you can get through the whole story satisfyingly in 2. I don't think it's going to be 6 or something like that. But yeah, I think that without spoiling, a big part of the original game, I guess this is minor spoilers, but when I first played the original game, I thought, oh, this city is massive. Like the whole game's gonna take place in this city, Midgar. But no, it doesn't. And the moment when you get out of the city for the first time, that blew my mind as a kid. Like I was like, oh my god, there's a world map in this game. It's not just this city. I couldn't believe it. So I think that makes sense for an ending. If they do take you to the world map, I'm guessing it's gonna be a bit more linear. The game is already pretty linear in the original, so you pretty much have to go to this city, have to go to this one to progress the story, and then there's side quests that let you go off in other directions. So I think it'll be maybe a little more obviously linear, but they could easily do some Final Fantasy 15 style zones, like open areas that let you go off and do little side quests. So I'm getting into a lot of speculation now, but yeah, what do I hope from E3? I hope, well, okay, I'll say I hope and expect that they will show Tifa in some gameplay. I think they will hopefully explain how the battle system works more specifically, hopefully show us the materia system, but I do think they will probably keep all the stuff inside of Midgar, and kind of people who don't know what's going to happen, like, let them also get that feeling that this game takes place in Midgar. So, hopefully I haven't ruined it for you by saying that they go outside. But yeah, that's about all I want to say about that section. I'm thinking about making a video about controversial elements and maybe a video about my personal history with the game, but we'll see if I feel like it. And in the comments below, let me know what your hopes and dreams and expectations, and what do you think the reality of this game will be. Tell me in the comments. And that's all for now, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.